My name is Bill Shihara. I'm the CEO of Bittrace and one of the 3 co-founders. And before I ran Bittrace, I had 11 years at Microsoft, the majority of them doing security audits against a lot of enterprise software there. Then I moved on to build automation to really scale security across all of the software that was being built at Microsoft. After that, I moved to BlackBerry. I was there for 2.5 years. I ran an anti-malware team for them. We built a pretty innovative anti-malware product that was built directly into the phone. And then I left there, and then I went over to run a security engineering team at Amazon, doing something similar to what I did at Microsoft, which was scaling security automation through all of Amazon software. We started Bittrace, really just as kind of a thought exercise. We wanted to learn about blockchains. We built Bittrace, and now I work on Bittrace full-time, and we're lucky to be, I think, as a right place, right time, but lucky to be a successful startup in this space. Rami is basically like our enterprise software guy. So he's also in the security field, but he spent most of his career writing enterprise software for security products. Whereas, Richie and I spend most of our time securing infrastructure and securing software. Rami was actually building enterprise software at companies like Qualys, where they basically run a SaaS, security as a service, in the cloud. When we were all working together at Microsoft, Richie and Rami founded what became the Internet Crimes Division there, where they worked on finding botnet herders and helping law enforcement build cases to put these guys into jail. Richie was like one of the most knowledgeable and respected people in the law enforcement community in terms of cyber security. Because we've been doing it for so long, I think it would be hard for anyone to come up with a collection of people who have sort of the background that we have and hire them into their blockchain company. We've got some combined 50 years of industry experience working in securing software. We're always looking for new technology, for new business ideas that can be built on the blockchain. And if we find those things, then we're extremely excited and quick to list them. The next version of Bittrace is really going to be about adding US dollar trading. And I'd love to be able to take like the top 20 coins and say, well, you're big enough now that we're just going to have a direct US dollar market for you, and we're going to help you grow your market share and the reach of your blockchain by doing that. When people think about, what's the next hottest project that's going to get launched, what's the next business innovation that's happening on a blockchain, they should be thinking that that's going to get launched on Bittrace, because that's pretty much what we do. One of the reasons we listed Singular DTV was, obviously the resumes of the people behind the project, right? So we could verify that these were legitimate people who had a background that could make a project successful. We had multiple calls where you laid out the platform for us. We reviewed it with our regulatory compliance, and there was a lot of transparency there in terms of, what your vision was and how you wanted to make that happen. That made us really feel comfortable. Like, obviously, like working with Hollywood on the streaming video platform, that was something that we thought would be extremely interesting and innovative. It's something that I think tokens and blockchains do a really good job of solving really hard identity management type problems. We looked at that, and just on that part of the business alone, we thought, this could be interesting. I think they've got something here. When I watch the opening credits of movies, there's like 5 or 6 people's brands that sort of show up there, all these different people, like this production company and that production company or whatever, all these people whose hands touch this film. Their movies could get distributed by different companies as well. So it really makes the token ecosystem a way to get that all to interact together, where a famous director can have credits distributed to him maybe through his brand or through his shingle, and it doesn't matter who actually published or who owns the distribution rights to it. I'm a fan of Ethereum, and the reason I'm a fan of it is because of the smart contract platform, obviously. All these people who have these great ideas on what they can do with tokens, to build them on top of a platform where they don't have to manage their own blockchain, they don't have to worry about the security of their blockchain, they can just piggyback on the strength that exists already in Ethereum. They spent the time to go and build their ecosystem. When I'm out in DC, people are talking about smart contracts. People are talking about what's going on. Even if they don't know it's Ethereum, they're really talking about Ethereum there, when you're talking to regulators. I think they've really hit that part of the curve where They've got this great critical mass of businesses building and innovating on top of it, so that's great, and it's going to continue to get more people building. I feel lucky that we got in early on into this technology that's basically going to transform the world. We're starting to see these use cases that go just well beyond finance, and I think we can come to this place, and we can come to this place in 5 to 10 years where there's nothing in your life that isn't happening because of blockchains.